This video is going to be about me modding YouTube itself, the website. Now, this is done by telling your browser in some way to either ignore or alter what the website is telling the browser to display. Remember that whenever you go to a website, the browser has to interpret it. A lot like if you were to download a Microsoft Word file or a PDF file, the program that does the work can affect how it appears. In the cases of programs like anything for reading a PDF file, for instance, Adobe Reader or whatever, or let's say you're reading a Word file which can open in Abby Reader or in Microsoft Word, they're supposed to display and print things, very importantly, the same way. They're designed mostly, again, oriented towards printing things out. In the case of a web browser, it's dealing with a live file that can change at any moment, as best example here is literally YouTube itself. So this is my YouTube channel here, and as you can see on this page, we have 5 columns, which may be a little bit unusual compared to what you may be seeing on when you look up things. Depending on what you're doing, YouTube will show the home page and only the home page with 5 columns of videos, and then immediately take it away and give you only 3 if you look at the video page, which is kind of annoying. Now, I'm using a hack using uBlock Origin to make it to where I'm modifying how it behaves. This is like having a custom style sheet on your computer to override what the website does. In fact, it's exactly that. Normally, it's used for getting rid of things. As you may have noticed over here, everything on this sidebar has been destroyed because all of them led to basically advertising by YouTube. Not something I need, just a bunch of stuff like if I clicked right under the home button, it would have something called subscriptions, and it would just bring me to shit I would never subscribe to. Same thing with literally every other part of it. Now, I don't want it to be just about me. I'd like to have a button where I can go look at the news or whatever. So what I do is I click the YouTube button itself and go to YouTube. And over here, again, it has the same listing here. I can get rid of that by just clicking that little burger icon, as they keep calling it. And up here, I get news, gaming, all the stuff and more than what I had on the left sidebar. So there's no reason for it for me. Now, obviously, if I'm looking at my page or your page, and it wants to give me all of these suggestions, at one time it would put it up here at the top bar, but now it puts it over in the left sidebar, and it makes it useless. It also interferes with the page loading cleanly if you go from, let's say, videos over to shorts. Now, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this real quickly. As you can see here, I've set it up to show me 6 of them. Now, that's not quite the way YouTube wants to resolve the page. It wants to waste a lot more real estate on something else, but this is the way I want to be able to view it. I can make it 5 and make it easier to read. I can make it 4 and make it much easier to read, but I want 6 today. I can change it at any time. But if I click Shorts, which unfortunately one of my videos got thrown into the Shorts category, it has to do this size changing. And that makes it to where, this is a funny thing today I found out, if I have anything over here lining up with it cleanly, that's one of those advertisement things, or in that case it was actually the sign-in button that I didn't need, it would make it to where when I go back to videos, it would completely screw this up, and I wouldn't be able to see any of this. It would cut off the top part of the first line of videos. YouTube and Google have made it their business to sell advertising. That's how they make money. But their method for doing it is to cripple or basically, sabotage or landmine their website to the point that if I just do this, it screws up sometimes. Then they've acknowledged that in some of their pages where they talk about issues they're having that month. But the problem with that is it made it to where the recently uploaded and popular bar and the top part of the top row videos on every channel suddenly disappeared. I just got fed up with it. So I noticed since it lined up with stuff over here, I would just reduce the left sidebar to as little as I could. And guess what's left over? I have a watch later, which I never use. I always want to clear it out. It's always in there. I hate it. It's like if I click this and I want to add this to a playlist, oh look, all of the other buttons are missing. Again, what I've done is I've removed everything that I don't use from the website. That's why. YouTube has stuffed the website with so many things that are essentially booby traps to get you to look at things you wouldn't want to look at, to aggressively push things or harangue you. It's gotten pretty bad. So I basically went nuts over the last few weeks and created a whole bunch of blocks and redirects to make it stop doing this. The biggest one I did is editing one of the uBlock origin scripts, or more accurately, customizations, to give me 6 or 5 columns and just get rid of everything I don't need. Now, what did I get back? Okay, well, look, this is all my playlists. I mean, I don't need this. I mean, I don't really want to have a bunch of playlists, but that's a lot better than a bunch of stuff I wasn't going to use ever, like it suggesting that I look up sports or music, and it wasn't anything oriented towards me. It was just annoying crap. Now, granted, I've told it to stop recording everything about me because when I let it make a listing of all of my search history or whatever, it flat out ignored it. Now, what happened is, right after I told it, ignore all my search history and stop recording everything, meaning I'm opting out and telling them don't share it, what happens? Well, here is the YouTube page again. I'm just going to re-click it, and we'll see it reload. Now, what's on here? Now, here we go. Squirrels. Everybody knows I'm into squirrels. YouTube knows this. And I've told it to stop, quote, recording my likes and dislikes and my search history and not share it. But guess what? It records it anyway. There's Kentucky Ballistics YouTube channel, because I watch them. This is Mark Rober. I haven't seen any of his videos in months, but I watched one a little while ago. Now it's top ranking. Why? Because it actually paid attention to what I like, but I've also opted out of ever letting it use it and saying, I don't want you to share it. They're still going to share my information. They're still lying about us being able to select yes or no. But I get all the benefits and a lot less of the problems by doing this anyway. There's a Has Been Hotel reference. Hey, it's a new channel I haven't looked at. Yes, I'll watch Has Been Hotel. Get over it. Anyway, next. I have to go look at that. Again, these are, please don't show me Mr. Beast stuff. Let's see here. Can I click that? Not interested. Thank you. It was from another channel, so I didn't hit the don't recommend it. I don't block the parts that actually help me. I'm only blocking the crap that doesn't. Let's try this one. Report. Yes, I can report things, and I have a report history. I did a video about that a minute ago. I have reported some videos because they were ridiculously not supposed to be on the website at all. I mean, I don't report things unless they're obviously bad. Don't recommend the channel. Well, I don't know what Big Bank Biz is, so I'm not going to do that. Not interested. Exploring a cult's abandoned mansion. That might be interesting. Sharing it and saving to playlist are the only things I really want. Actually, just save to playlist. But I haven't banned all of this stuff. I haven't reduced it or removed it. And I do that by hitting block element and doing the rest of it. Because I loaded up a utility that gives me the ability to stop this disability. Okay, I'm going to stop. Good God, I turned into Dr. Seuss. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. I ripped out everything on this side by just right-clicking and block element, everything that needed to be removed. And amazingly, in case you haven't noticed it, virtually everything YouTube puts in that left sidebar is garbage to me. Maybe it's not to you. And it took up real estate, and again, it messed with me being able to see the videos they're trying to make me able to see on my own channel. It got in the way of doing this whether I was logged in or not. Hell, the little button over here, hey, would you like to log in, was shifting things over. And yes, I turned off all my plugins to see if they were causing it. And it might have been, but it kept happening anyway, so I can't really believe that. Anyway, again, on the YouTube main page, all the stuff I ripped out over here is up here, and it has a better collection of them. I mean, look at this. I can do new to you and news and live and camping. It actually looks at what I'm watching, even though I told it not to. At least it's trying to be useful. Meanwhile, on the left side, it shows me everything else I don't need, including, would you like to do a beauty makeup tutorial? And I took offense at that. Now let's move on to the next thing. When I'm looking at a YouTube video, this is the interface I'm dealing with now. This is after turning off as much garbage on the website as I can. First of all, I have a utility dumped on here on my web browser that pauses the video on startup and won't start playing it. It only plays a couple of milliseconds and then stops until the entire page finishes loading. Why on earth would they have their website currently? It's set this way to where it starts playing the video while it's still loading the page, then it pauses, almost crashes, and restarts it when it finishes it. That has got to be the dumbest thing I've seen. And yes, again, if I turn off all my plugins and all my hacks, it still does that. And it doesn't matter if I have more RAM or even a newer op system. It decided to start doing that about a couple of days ago. Now look at this. I have a full description under the video like I like it, because I turned off the thing, putting it over here in the right corner where it wouldn't fit, was inappropriate, and just screwed shit up. And I can read comments, and they're not being blocked or hidden anywhere. And, as most of you have already noticed, I can see the dislikes button, because that's the way it should be. And yeah, that's a plugin. I've added that in. Would you like this kind of interface? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a list of and links to all the plugins I used. I don't know if you'll be able to use them in your browser. And if you want to, I can do a tutorial on how to modify this using uBlock Origin and whatever else I have on here. The point I'm making here with this video is this, and this will be the title. Dear YouTube, you know that we want to turn off some things and turn on some other things. Why are you fighting this when you could just leave this customizable? I have to say this. It's absolutely trivial for a website to tease that you can customize the way you view YouTube if you log in. They would get more subscribers and more logins and more users if they just let you turn off all the crap they've done. Originally, I honestly thought that's why they turned off all the crap until you logged in or turned it on. They wanted to make sure that you wanted to come onto YouTube so you could customize it. In the old days, we could. That was one of the major attractions to YouTube. Like every other social media site, they realized that if you can customize things, well, they want to stop you from doing that. And then, of course, then they say, hey, would you like to pay for YouTube Red or YouTube Premium or YouTube Plus or YouTube Magnum or whatever they're calling it this week? And what do? They take away more features. Anyway, this video has been about me ranting about YouTube's user interface rather than user interface for users. This is about me ranting about the left sidebar really just needing a customized button that would make us more likely to log in and happier with the website. And the fact that the main page, just youtube.com, has more features than we'd ever need, and the sidebar really should just go the hell away. I know that everybody wants to make every website and every operating system absolutely the opposite of the 1995 Windows interface that worked just fine, but I put back the menu bar for the reason that it works. I put my address bar next to my menu bar so I can save space. I want the web browser and my computer to do what I want it to do and shut the hell up and get out of my face. And if I have to do this to every website, I will, because I can now scroll the page to the bottom. I can even hit page down or end, and it will normally load everything very rapidly, or at least as rapidly as it can. I mean, this is dog crap slow. But it's a lot faster than it was yesterday when I wasn't killing off everything in the interface that I don't use or want. And maybe we should all start doing that, and maybe we should have an app that tells them directly, that's what I'm doing with your user interface, because it's a user in your face. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. I'll do a tutorial on how to do all this if anybody asks. Bye.